Hey everyone, it's Omni, and as you can probably guess by the title, this video will be a guide on how to kill Sunfreet with low combat stats and equipment. The first thing to do is to get to the Dominion Tower. You can use a Dominion medallion to teleport there 3 times per day, but if you're not able to do this, then you can simply follow this map starting from the Shantae Pass to know how to get there. Before we begin fighting Sunfreet, there are a few things that you should know about first. He has 3 different special attacks. The first one is a fire wave that I will be showing you shortly. The second is a tail swipe that can deal massive amounts of damage to you, but you don't need to worry about that attack at all unless you're using melee. And lastly, the third special attack is a roar that will stun you, but you can easily break free from this by using the freedom ability. To fight Sunfreet, simply click on the stairs leading up to the Dominion Tower, click on special, and then click on the fire it burns. Next, enter the gate leading into the arena, and then you'll be facing Sunfreet. Notice that there are 4 handicaps upon entering the area. No power-ups, no summoning, no ultimate abilities, and no prayer. Now the fire wave attack usually kills most people, and it's very difficult to master since evading it throughout the entire fight requires precise timing and stepping. Sunfreet will immediately use the fire wave attack upon entering his arena, and will use it every minute to minute and a half while actually fighting him. There are 4 different parts to the fire wave. To know where to step, simply watch where I run on the screen, and be sure to look at the diagrams to know where each wave lands. To make things simpler, just be sure to avoid the parts of the map that I've colored in red on the diagrams, and you'll be sure to avoid the fire. Sunfreet's fire waves can be very destructive and can cost you a lot of food during the fight if you do not avoid them. They'll also kill you very quickly if you're in them for too long. Pay attention to my stepping and the amount of time between each individual fire wave. This clip right here shows you how easily you can be killed if you don't know where to go during a fire wave. Now that you know about Sunfreet's mechanics, I'll be showing you how to kill Sunfreet with magic and range, so you may go ahead and click on which combat style you prefer to see that part of the guide. This part of the guide is aimed towards magic. Naturally, I recommend that you use the best magic-based equipment that you have available to you for when you fight Sunfreet. For the purposes of this guide, I'm using Batwing, the level 50 magic robes, and an Aram staff, which is the level 72 handed magic weapon. I recommend that you use your best Gale spell on the Ancient Magic spellbook because Gale spells will lower Sunfreet's accuracy. This is the action bar that I recommend you have. If you are using a wand and book combination, just replace Sonic Wave with Concentrated Blast. Be sure to have Debilitate on there so that you can have the amount of damage that Sunfreet deals for a certain amount of time. To kill Sunfreet with magic, simply follow the procedures that I discussed earlier in this guide on how to deal with the fire waves. After Sunfreet has spawned all 4 fire waves, he will land on the arena and begin to attack you. Once Sunfreet lands, drink 1 dose of your super magic and defense potions and use the anticipation ability to block 10% of Sunfreet's damage for the next 10 seconds. Once you get your adrenaline up to 50%, use Debilitate. After you get it up to 50% again, use either Asphyxiate or Wild Magic. Continue fighting Sunfreet until he flies away. Once he flies away, the fire wave cycle will start over, so be sure to be ready for this when it happens. Once Sunfreet flies away, use the Regenerate ability to transfer your remaining adrenaline into health. Continue to fight Sunfreet and be sure to eat your food whenever necessary until he dies. This part of the guide is aimed towards ranged. Naturally, I recommend that you use the best ranged equipment that you have available to you for when you fight Sunfreet, but for the purposes of this guide, I'm using Royal D-Hide, the level 65 ranged armor, and a Carol's crossbow, the level 72 handed ranged weapon. This is the action bar that I recommend you have. If you are using dual crossbows, just replace Dazing Shot with Needle Strike. Be sure to have Debilitate on there so that you can have the amount of damage that Sunfreet deals for a certain amount of time. To kill Sunfreet with range, simply follow the procedures that I discussed earlier in this guide on how to deal with the fire waves. After Sunfreet has spawned all 4 fire waves, he will land on the arena and begin to attack you. Once Sunfreet lands, drink 1 dose of your super ranged and defense potions and use the anticipation ability to block 10% of Sunfreet's damage for the next 10 seconds. Once you get your adrenaline up to 50%, use Debilitate. After you get it up to 50% again, use either Rapid Fire or Snapshot. You may use Bombardment if you'd like, but I personally do not prefer using it. Continue fighting Sunfreet until he flies away. Once he flies away, the fire wave cycle will start over, so be sure to be ready for this when it happens. Once Sunfreet flies away, use the Regenerate ability to transfer your remaining adrenaline into health. Continue to fight Sunfreet and be sure to eat your food whenever necessary until he dies. I hope that you found this guide helpful. Please comment down below any feedback or suggestions that you may have, and be sure to rate this video. If you'd like to see more videos in the future, please subscribe.